From the Rockville campus of Montgomery College Television presents Game 1 of today's NJCAA basketball doubleheader, with the Montgomery College Raptors welcoming the Skipjacks from Chesapeake College. Hi everybody, I'm Michael Brown, and it is my pleasure to welcome in my partner, Marcus Rosano. Marcus, all set for a basketball doubleheader today?
I really am, Michael. What better way to spend a dreary, damp, wet Saturday afternoon than alongside you, the voice of Montgomery College Athletics?
Well, this is an important doubleheader on our hands today. In our first game, the nationally ranked Montgomery College women's team welcomes the nationally ranked Chesapeake Skipjacks. And in our nightcap, the MC men take on the Chesapeake men. Now, Game 1 is going to be a stiff test for Montgomery College. Chesapeake is undefeated. They're 15-0 on the season, and they are well in front in Maryland JUCO. They have a comfortable lead. They're the defending Maryland JUCO champions, and they also just entered the NJCAA Division II National Top 10. So that alone makes this a tough match for Montgomery College, who come into this game with an 11-8 record. But the importance of this game is ramped up even higher when you consider that Montgomery College is sort of a team right now that is in search of itself. They are struggling. They've lost 3 out of their last 4 games. Frankly, they're just not playing Raptors basketball. So as a result, head coach Tarla Gasquet is going to shuffle the lineup a little bit today, move some people around, try to find the right combination. This game is much more important for Montgomery College than just who wins.
I think you're right, Michael. You know, we've been waiting all season long for this youthful Montgomery College team to sort of break out of that shell. You know, the talent is there, the size is there, but what's missing is the chemistry. But this game today could be a season changer for this talented Raptors ball club. Now, they have in this gym an undefeated, defending Maryland JUCO champion. What better way to inject a sort of late season shot of adrenaline into a young, struggling team than to beat this hot shot club from Chesapeake? Now, let's remember, they are 15-0, they're ranked number 10 in Division II, but they're all freshmen, which is unbelievable. You and I were talking about that. But they are all freshmen. Is today the day that the Montgomery College Raptors are going to live up to that lofty preseason hype? And I have a feeling that they will.
Well, this is a key game for Montgomery College, and Chesapeake is well aware of that. They're not going to take their foot off the gas all game long. I talked to their head coach, Damon Nichols, the other day. He has the utmost respect for Tarla Gasquet and the Montgomery College program. But he told me a win over Montgomery College is a benchmark win for any team in Maryland JUCO. So what we've got today are 2 teams that want this game very badly, which means we're going to have a great game to watch. And we are just about ready to get underway, but first we need to take a quick break. Marcus and I will be right back with the national anthem and our starting lineups after this. You're watching Montgomery College basketball on MCTV.
No matter where you're headed, no matter what your age, you'll find it all here at Montgomery College. Small class sizes, flexible scheduling, over 130 programs of study, award-winning faculty, nationally ranked NJCAA athletics. The possibilities are endless at Montgomery College. Register today.
One word to describe Montgomery College: awesome.
Interesting.
Fun.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Inspirational.
Spectacular.
Family.
Nice.
Diverse.
Excellent.
Surprising. Perfect.
Opportunity.
Fun.
Great.
Exhausting.
Inspiring.
Flexible. Excellent.
Awesome.
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 Welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College, where the Raptors are about to take the court against Chesapeake in Game 1 of our doubleheader today. Michael Brown alongside Marcus Rosano. We're just about ready to meet the starters for both teams, but first, let's pause for our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Montgomery College men and women's basketball, featuring Montgomery College Raptors and the Chesapeake College Skipjacks. May we rise for our national anthem.
All right, we are just about ready to get underway. We're going to meet the starters for both teams. First, for the visitors from Chesapeake College. Chesapeake, of course, in green, as we see right there. And their first starter is number 3, Dominique Hoggins. She's a freshman guard from South River High School. Then we have number 13, Ashley Pegram. She's a freshman guard from Meadowbrook High School in Richmond, Virginia, Marcus. Number 20, Kelsey Gould. She is a 5'9" freshman forward from Mergenthaler Vocational School in Baltimore. Next up, number 21, Daria Simmons. She's a freshman guard from Eleanor Roosevelt High School, just over in Lanham. And finally, at forward, number 25, Paige Jones, a freshman forward from Delmar High School in Delaware.
And the head coach of Chesapeake is Damon Nichols. He's in his 5th season. His assistant is Gwen Barnes, and she's in her 1st season.
And now let's meet the starters for the Montgomery College Raptors. At guard, a freshman, number 4, Jabria Smith from Washington Latin High School. Next up, number 23, sophomore guard and co-captain, number 23, Angelica Sacconi from Walt Whitman High School. Next up, the starting point guard, number 24, Kiana Daly, a freshman guard from O'Brien Math and Science High School in Roxbury, Massachusetts. Next up, co-captain, number 32, Megan Tillman, sophomore forward from Rockville High School. And finally, number 40, freshman center, Nicole Cunningham from Seneca Valley High School.
MC's top assistant is Melissa Weifman, who played for MC just a few years ago. She was actually an All-American here. MC's other assistants are Letitia Gaither, who also played here at MC, and Pat Carden. And in her 8th season as head coach of the Raptors is Coach Tarla Gasquet. Michael, the success of this program is impressive. She turns out, as we know, national contenders year in, year out.
She is also currently the winningest active coach in Division III women's college basketball. And we are ready for our opening tip. We've got Paige Jones going up against number 40, Nicole Cunningham for Montgomery College. Once again, Chesapeake in green, Montgomery College in Raptor purple and gray. And
well,
we are set to go.
This is a tournament feel right now.
It does. There's the jump. Montgomery College gets possession, and we get to see Kiana Daly for there's a three ball from Jabria Smith, no good. Daly with the rebound, gets it to Ciccone. Her shot up, no good. Rebound to 21, Daria Simmons.
And you're right, Kiana Daly running the point today for Coach Gasquet. Taking over.
Inside look, nice
Jabria
play
Smith.
there by Megan Tillman as number 20, Kelsey Gould, was wide open under the basket.
But there's no way you sit down Jabria Smith. She's about as talented as a player as there is on the court right now.
No, the hope here is that she can be a little more comfortable at the 2. There's a rebound to Smith. She pushes it all the way to the hoop, loses the handle, had it tipped away. It's going to be Montgomery College's ball. Kiana Daly will inbound it. There's Jabria. Had it knocked out of her hands. Here's Megan Tillman, drives to the hoop, puts it up, has it blocked.
Wow.
Here comes Chesapeake.
Play.
Nice break, and Pegram gets the first bucket of the game.
Pegram averages 22 points a game. And she had a season-high 41 points against Allegheny.
Daly has it taken away. There's the break, and there's Pegram again.
Yeah, that's a concerning sign where your new point guard, Kiana Daly, tried to split the top end of the 2-3 zone, and she got the ball picked from her.
There's Cunningham. There's the shot off the iron, no good. Rebound to Gould. And here they come. Here's Hoggins to Pegram. She looks like a real athlete. Her coach told me she will definitely play at the 4-year level. Nice look to Tillman from Kiana Daly.
That is a great look.
Her first assist of the day.
Caught the Skipjacks sleeping on defense.
And hopefully that can get Megan Tillman on track. She's struggled a little bit the last few games. She's been battling injuries all season long. There's Gould, no good. Daly with the rebound. And she brings it up in a controlled fashion. Bad pass. Knocked away by Pegram. Here comes Simmons, and she scores.
Nicole Cunningham left her alone. I know she got in a little bit of foul trouble in the first half of the game the other night against Hagerstown.
Montgomery College needs this win very badly. And there's a travel by Jabria Smith.
Yeah, Jabria picked up the other foot and put it down.
Changed her pivot foot. And that's a turnover. Could be a little early game jitters. This is a big game. Montgomery College is well aware of the fact that Chesapeake is undefeated. That's 3 turnovers already for Montgomery College. And we haven't played 3 minutes. And there's a rebound to Smith, and wisely doesn't try to fight through traffic there.
There's some of that nifty passing from Hagen. She averages 10 assists a game. That's an eye-popping stat.
And there's Daly with a big 3.
Boy, you need that. We watched her against Hagerstown, and she could not knock down the perimeter shot.
Hagen's another nice feed.
Yeah, Gould was waiting for it. Perfect entry pass. Nicole Cunningham didn't have much to do on that play.
Bria Smith to Daly. To Smith. Daly inside to Cunningham. They call it travel.
Well, that's a play that I want to see more of. Nicole Cunningham found position on the low block, and they gave her the entry pass. Entry passes have been killing MC so far this year and getting the ball to Nicole. So that's a start. Even though she turned the ball over, that's a start.
There's a steal by, double dribble by Ciccone after the steal. There you see it. And, yep, she did get both hands on the ball and then start to dribble again. Simmons, their second leading scorer, again stolen by Ciccone. She pushes it against Simmons. Nice shot.
Very strong move. I thought she was going to give the ball up, but I don't think Angelica knew she was going to give the ball up. She went coast to coast.
Almost a steal there. And another rebound for Montgomery College. 8-7.
Kiana Daly's been doing a good job on the boards early going.
Got 2 or 3 rebounds already. There's Jabria Smith, had it partially blocked, runs it down, saves it to Cunningham, to Smith from the corner, short. Battle for the ball. And Chesapeake comes out with it. And there, almost a steal by Smith again. Here's Hoggins to Simmons. No good. Rebound to Jabria Smith, and here comes the push. Ahead to Tillman. She goes to the hoop. Hesitation. And Pegram.
Nice defense.
Nice defense there by Pegram. She definitely altered that shot.
Well, Pegram likes to shoot, too.
Good rebound by Coleman, who hustled back down to the other end.
A little bit of a frenetic pace here already. Some of the ladies are grabbing onto the bottom of the shorts already.
And Daly wisely slowed it down. There's a 3 by Daly off the iron, no good. Here comes Simmons, fast pace, pushes it, and she's fouled, and it'll count.
Wow.
And our friend the Raptor has returned.
With his talons.
His talons.
He brings them to every game.
He brings his talons.
Angelica got the foul on that play, but if she's going to make the foul, it sounds bad, but she needs the defender or the person with the ball to be kind of on the ground, not a in-between foul.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't get the ball off.
If you're going to foul there, foul hard.
Yeah, get your money's worth.
And hopefully avoid that three-point play. Here comes a substitution for Chesapeake. Number 15, Natisha Riley, coming in for Daria Simmons, who looks a little winded as she goes over to the bench.
Chesapeake going a little bit of this full court man.
Smith out of control and loses the handle.
You're right, she was out of control.
There's a pass ahead. Hoggins runs it down, takes it up again. Oh, as we have Kiera McKellery in for Montgomery College. There's a shot in and out, no good.
See what they can do in the half court here.
McKellery in for Tillman.
Now they got Jabria at the point again.
Daly from way outside, no good. Battle for the boards, comes out. Here comes Chesapeake. Pegram. Boy, Pegram runs the break. She and Hoggins.
Yes, she does.
And another foul. Boy, that's not a good foul.
I didn't even see it. She must have gotten it.
It was very late.
Oh, she got it with the body after the shot was in. Wow.
That was not a good foul. So that puts Pegram on the line.
That's a big turn. It was 8-7, and MC seemed to grab a little bit of the momentum. And then 2 straight three-point plays.
All of a sudden, it's 14-7.
And not heady fouls either.
Little pressure here and they got it. The pressure turns the ball over. Here comes Chesapeake. Hoggins. And Cunningham looking for help from the other official. Nope, it stays at the Chesapeake end. Hoggins. Pegram.
Chesapeake is averaging 80 points a game, and from what I've seen, it happens a lot off their defense.
Well, that's what their coach told me. And we're calling another foul here on Montgomery College. That's on Jabria Smith.
Now, Hoggins got bailed out because she took a few steps here.
Boy, she sure did.
Got bailed out.
Boy, she took a walk in the park. And she thought she should have had a shooting foul.
Speaking of walks in the park, it's not a walk in the park against Chesapeake's defense. They're averaging 47 points allowed. That's unreal.
And opponents are shooting 27% against them. There's Pegram, who wanted another foul. She's greedy.
If you score 41 points in your driveway, you're good, let alone at this level.
MC 3 for 11 from the field. There's a nice one. Nicole Cunningham with a 3. That helps. 16-10, 13-22 to go in the first half. Frenetic pace so far, and it seems to be favoring Chesapeake at the moment. Hoggins drives, dishes. Shot is too long, rebound. And yet another foul on Montgomery College.
That's ticky-tack.
Boy, that was
That's a
real
ticky-tack foul.
Ticky-tack. Let's see it.
That's a strong rebound, and
no. She faked it.
Wow.
She faked it.
And the wrong referee called it.
Yep. Ciccone with the steal. And nice feed to Jabria Smith.
Way to fill the lane, Jabria Smith. Helped out Angelica, who got a little caught in no man's land in the lane. You can see Hoggins wants to pass the ball every single time she gets it.
Yeah, she is not looking to shoot. There's a steal by Cunningham. And there's number 20, Gould, cleaning it up.
Finding that soft spot in the zone, right on the back baseline.
12:30 to go. Jabria Smith now brings it down as Ashley Ladder is in. There's a three for Ashley Ladder, and it's good.
The goalie with a three.
Ashley Ladder, of course, we know her from soccer, from softball. She's a three-port sports star here at Montgomery College.
She shot that from center field.
And there's a rebound to McEllery.
McEllery, a nice energy off the bench so far.
Well, she's in there for her defense and her rebounding. There's Jabria Smith off the back of the iron. No good. Here comes Hoggins. There's her pal Pegram. Hoggins this time does take it. And that time you get a good foul from Ladder. She prevents the basket.
Wow. Nifty ball handling by Hoggins behind the back. Taking it strong.
Their head coach, Damon Nichols, told me she is the best point guard he's ever had.
Wow.
And he's had a nice 5-year run at Chesapeake, plus did a lot of high school coaching before that. So he's seen some point guards.
She's got a good basketball name, too.
Dominique. She's from South River High School, which is another good basketball school.
He called himself the human highlight reel. And with 10 assists a game, she's probably got a couple of highlight passes.
And she missed both foul shots, so it turns out to be an even better foul. 5 team fouls on MC, none on Chesapeake. That's a little hard to believe with 11:40 to go in the first half, but that is the case.
Chesapeake staying in that 2-3.
There's Ladder, and she hits another one. 2 straight threes for Ashley Ladder.
What a spark off the bench.
And they love it because she is one of the most popular players on the team, and this could just build her confidence.
Ashley is literally one of the faces of Montgomery College.
And there is Riley muscling one in. 2018 Montgomery College. It just shows you how that three can change the complexion of a game so quickly.
They're going to have to come out and play her, and I think Ashley probably knows that, and that could keep a little bit of the defense off of Nicole underneath. Jabria found her.
Yep. And nothing but that. Nice inbounds play. And what was the call? That's our first team foul on Chesapeake.
She's going to shoot too.
As they had a nice little inbounds play. We see Angelica Ciccone getting a well-deserved break.
Nicole's only shooting 62%, but she has a nice stroke at the line.
Second leading scorer on the Raptors, 14.1 points per game. Leading rebounder with 8.4 rebounds. I'm sorry, second leading rebounder. Angelica Ciccone leads the team with 8.8 rebounds a game. And her second, she does have a nice soft touch. Boy, that was almost
nice
in.
rotation on the ball too.
2019. So the big Chesapeake lead has been cut to 1. There's Pegram, and she missed the jumper. There's a steal by Montgomery College. Ladder, nice job. And she's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. Wow. Boy, she has put a charge into this Raptors team.
You know what? We were looking for somebody to take charge. And you and I talk about Megan and Angelica as the returners in a sense because they start, and Ashley doesn't play that much. But Ashley came out here off the bench and has taken charge. She's been here. She's seen a lot of sports at Montgomery College.
Boy, that's for sure. And she hits her foul shot to tie it up at 20 with 10:44 to go in the first half. So Ashley Latter with 7 quick points.
Keeping them in the game.
Plus a couple of nice defensive plays. Hits them both.
And she cheers running down the court. That is excellent to see.
Love to see the enthusiasm. Of course, we're partial to Ashley. She's one of our favorites. Plays 3 sports. Another foul on Montgomery College.
And she likes to foul, too. That's another thing we know.
And she just picked up her second.
But she's very accustomed to only getting a few minutes, and quite often she'll come in to pick up a foul when needed. But when she's lighting up the scoreboard, you might want to not get her in foul trouble so early.
Pegram having to work. Pegram way out top. There's a 3-pointer from her, no good. Jabria Smith with the rebound, and she pushes it up the floor.
Great box out, McKellery.
Takes it all the way, no good. Rebound, Nicole Cunningham, and she's fouled.
Now that's the way to follow the transition shot, and Nicole Cunningham followed the basket.
Here she goes. Timing is everything.
When you're 6'2", being a trailer in transition is so important.
And here's the first shot. It's up and good. So Montgomery College with their first lead of the ball game at 21-20 with 10:10 to go in the first half. 22-20. Off the back iron, no good. Here comes Chesapeake. Simmons, got away with a Pegram. And she's fouled again.
Yeah.
They have got to quit picking up those cheap fouls on the baseline like that.
Ashley went to the wing in defense, and Pegram cut right to the basket.
And that foul's on Cunningham. They are calling them close down low.
They are.
We just hope it's that way on both ends of the floor. Pegram already with 14 points. Pegram with 14 points already.
Well on our way to her average of 22.
Jabria Smith to Tillman. From 3, no good. Gets her own rebound. Good hustle, but can't get the follow.
Nice follow of her own shot, though.
Yeah, I like seeing that. Those will start falling. And Hawkins another reach-in foul.
Yeah, they got to stop the ball. When she has the ball, they really got to start to defend a little bit higher out. Once you get her in the middle of this zone here, things are going to happen for Chesapeake.
That's another foul on Ashley Latter, who's picked up 3 real quick ones. And the way with the charge she's put into this team, you hate to see that. As number 5, Aaron Johnson checks in for Chesapeake. As Simmons gets another break. Hawkins missed them both. So Chesapeake struggling a little at the line, which has helped Montgomery College.
Kiana and Jabria splitting up the point guard duties at the top of the zone. Looks like it's a 1-2-2 now. Actually, they're going man.
And there's a nice rebound for McKellery. There's Latter. No good. Batter back out. And that time they get number 20, Kelsey Gould.
They got Megan Tillman with that foul.
Oh, my gosh.
And she had ball, and I'm not sure where the body was, but we'll see it from that great replay.
There's the look. Okay.
Well, she got some arm. But they're still not letting them play. And in a fast-paced game like this, a fun game so far, as a fan, I'd like to see him being allowed to play.
Yeah, they're not letting him play. They're not letting anybody get away with anything at this point. And there's just a bad pass.
They let number 5 get away with Aaron Johnson get away with a body.
Yep, she tackled Megan Tillman, and it was not called. And that ball goes over to Montgomery College. 8:53 to go in the first half. Chesapeake holding on to a 2-point lead, but the fear right now is foul trouble for Montgomery College. And there's going to be a travel.
Wow, 9 early fouls. 8:44 left in the game, and they have 9 fouls.
They're almost in the double bonus, and we've got a lot of time left in the first half. So Montgomery College is going to a 1-2-2 zone. And you're right, the key so far seems to be to shut off Hoggins and her dribble. Because if that's not happening, then Pegram
Pegram's
is not getting the
open
ball where
shots.
she wants it.
Yep.
And she seems to shoot much better off the break.
I mean, the stat line doesn't lie. 10 assists, and then, you have a lady that scores 22 and 41 in a game.
There's a fall away, no good. And another foul on Ashley Ladder, and that, I'm sorry, was just not a good foul. And that'll put them on the line in the double bonus.
Yeah, I think Coach Gasquet's going down the bench to bring in Amy Hart. You don't want to foul out Ashley Ladder at this point in the game.
All right, that puts Erin Johnson on the line. And she misses the first shot. She is from Waldorf, Maryland, Maurice McDonough High School.
A lot of geographic area covered on this roster.
Boy, that's for
We
sure.
go from Richmond up to Philly, across east to Delmar, Delaware, down to Florida.
Yeah, we haven't seen Joy Watson yet. Joy Watson is the player from Florida. As a matter of fact, I don't see her on the bench right now. We saw her. Oh, no, wait. She's getting ready to check into the game. That's why I don't see her on the bench. All right, that puts Amy Hart on the line, who came in for Ashley Ladder. So to reset the Montgomery College lineup right now, we have Cunningham. We have Kiana Daly, Amy Hart, Jabria Smith, and Megan Tillman.
Nichols has done an unbelievable job recruiting, bringing in all freshmen and then going 15-0. So recruiting in coaching, obviously. And as he told you, he likes to break it down into basics. But you can do that with high school players.
Right.
You can kind of rehome them into the basketball players you want to make them.
And that's exactly what he told me he did. He said he realized they all have different high school coaches, so we're just going to start from scratch with my way. There's Pegram with a nice teardrop.
She is a talented player.
She sure is.
She has Division I talent, 4-year Division I.
There's Amy Hart attacking the basket. Does not get it to go. Here comes Pegram. Ahead to Hoggins. And there's another foul called on Jabria Smith, who,
wow.
man.
I don't know. I think that referee lives across the bay. Are we supposed to say that?
I don't see the foul. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. I hate to be this way, folks, but I think ticky-tack is the correct word.
Let them play.
And normally you do not see these type of ticky-tack fouls called.
Nice rebound, Kiana Daly.
They normally let them play in Maryland JUCO, within reason. A lot of these fouls are being called well after the play.
Nicole put the ball on the ground twice. Oof. She wants that, and she was going to make a strong move to the hoop.
7:26 to go, 2-point game.
Nicole needs to take a breath and sort of collect herself when she gets the ball on the low block.
Yeah, take her time. You got lots of time. Oh my gosh, there's a boom shot from number 5, Erin Johnson. who is in the top 10 in Maryland JUCO in three-point shooting.
Shooting 38% from three. Yeah, the Raptors need a bucket right now.
There's Jabria Smith, no good. Rebound Pegram. And she double dribbled. Boy, she got up there for that
Yes,
rebound,
she did.
though. Wow. Got some hops. Jabria Smith takes a break. Kiara McKellery back in.
They've got her listed at 5'8", but I think she's longer than that.
Well, she looks longer than that. Nice, strong move. I heard skin, but no call.
That's all right. It's still a strong move. It's still what you want to see Nicole do.
Absolutely.
And she did take her time a little bit.
Do it over and over again.
I think she's going to want to go up with the left hand that time, though, to use her body as a shield.
Well, she wants the ball right now. There's Daly. Oh, didn't get it to go, but got the foul.
Ugh. Unkind rim. That would have been a big bucket.
Boy, that was like a visiting rim there, wasn't it?
I think we're playing the homer role too early in the day, Michael. We got another game to play.
Well, I will remind everyone, this is Montgomery College television.
It certainly is. So if anybody from Chesapeake is listening, we apologize, but this is our favorite team.
Kiana Daly makes them both.
What a good shooter she is.
29-26.
That ball comes out nice.
She's got the smoothest stroke on the team, no question about it. There's Pegram, drives, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Simmons. I'm sorry, that's Joy Watson.
Nice play by Joy Watson. She went up high and got that ball, put it back up strong.
Joy Watson. Her cousin's doing audio for us today, John Watson.
John Watson.
Yeah. Yep.
He does not have the game that Joy does.
No, he doesn't. No, John is sort of a catch-and-shoot guy. Joy Watson can slash to the hoop. There's Pegram. Hoggins, no good. Rebound to Watson. And she misses it, and Daly with the rebound. Well, I got to say one thing, Marcus. Montgomery College playing with a lot more purpose tonight, a lot more energy.
They are.
Definitely more fire in the belly. There's Cunningham, a little long.
Good hustle by Megan Tillman.
Good try for the save, but it hit the line.
And I do, and you mentioned it before, Nicole is looking for her shot. I just want to see her become very, very aggressive. I've questioned whether it be her cardio isn't ready because she hadn't played basketball in over 2 years, but she's coming around cardio-wise. But she needs to get aggressive and want to shoot the ball, want to take over these basketball games.
And I want to see her get that ball on the low block and do the move, the power move. There's Watson again, misses everything.
And somebody on MC missed a block out there, too. Coach Gascoig's going to see that on tape.
Amy Hart. Now she's running the point. Ooh, just had it stolen by Pegram.
That has plagued MC. It plagued MC against Hagerstown, and it just showed on that trip.
33-28. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Daly drives, puts it up. Nice.
She can create the space from the wing like she just did, using her body, get a couple of feet, and she has a quick release, and she can shoot it. There needs to be more of that from Kiana Daly.
There's Pegram from three, off the iron, no good. Nice rebound to McKellery.
Good rebound, you're right.
Excellent position. Fundamentally sound.
And Paige Jones is a big kid at 6 feet.
Boy, that's for sure. There's Cunningham, settles for the jumper.
That was a good look. That was still a good look.
It was a good look.
I mean, a 15-foot jumper from Nicole.
And there was a tie-up, but Chesapeake used a timeout to save, although the possession arrow was in their favor. So there's a timeout on the floor with 3:51 to go in the first half. Chesapeake on top, 33-30. What do you think, Marcus?
Well, you can see what Coach Nichols was talking about from the Skipjacks, where you have Dominique Hoggins, who is an incredible distributor of the basketball, has a great handle. She's the prototypical point guard, and you have the prototypical scorer, you know, in Pegram, and Ashley Pegram from Richmond, Virginia. So with those two players, and then you have some role players, and he was talking about Joy Watson coming out from Florida, and this is her first game. She looks like another addition to a loaded roster here. So those two players with some excellent role players like Aaron Johnson and Kelsey Gould as well. It's a 15-0 team. I could see it. Even though they haven't played up to the competition that Montgomery College has. We all know that. All you got to do is look at the schedule and the results. But at 15-0, you can't argue with that.
Boy, you can't. And, you talk about Joy Watson, who this is her first game. She had an ACL tear, and that's why she is late getting started. But, one of the things he told me is she's a good rebounder. Boy, she's already got a handful of rebounds here and she's only played maybe 5 minutes. So she's already adding something to them. She's wearing a big brace on her right knee. You see her walk into the picture there. Turnovers, Montgomery College with 12-6 for Chesapeake.
And now you have Pegram on the bench, so maybe Montgomery College could make a little bit of a run with the best player on the bench for the Skipjacks.
Simmons, and there's a offensive foul on Simmons.
Good spot to be in for Megan Tillman. Park it right on the baseline, and she just accepted that charge.
As Simmons was a little bit out of control.
She was, and I think Megan was moving, but she got the call because Simmons was out of control. You're right.
There's Amy Hart, takes it to the rack. No good. Good rebound to McEllery. She gets it back and has it knocked away. Kiara McEllery does a lot of things right out there.
She reminds me of Capria Redparth. Maybe not the offensive skill, because Capria turned herself into a really good basketball player, but athletically she reminds me with some quick hops and the length.
And there's a foul on number 25, Paige Jones, as she reached in on the entry pass from Daly to Cunningham.
Hey, good things are going to happen when you try to get the ball to your 6'2 player on the low blocks. And Paige Jones had to reach over. Just the motion is going to get the call quite often.
And, Cunningham is probably the most skilled offensive player out there, along with Pegram. And that's the horse they need to ride.
They really do.
And we are being entertained here today by the Raptor, the brand new mascot of Montgomery College. And always puts on a good show. There's Cunningham to Tillman. There's another whistle.
Wow, they got Megan for, I'm not sure.
And that was a mystery foul, folks. I just don't get it. All right, let's play ball. In there. There's Johnson, another moonshot. Man, she almost scrapes the rafters with
that
those.
Was perfect ball movement, in, out, and Johnson in the corner for the second time. That's a huge bucket.
There's Tillman for three. So
Great
she matches
answer.
threes.
Great answer. That was a little bit of a danger zone I was feeling there, Michael.
Simmons, and she's fouled. And that was a good foul.
Yeah, they beat the Raptors up the court. Transition defense is so important.
Just saw Megan Tillman's three there. There's Simmons. And she misses her foul shot. Right now, I'd have to say Chesapeake is struggling from the foul line.
And that's been a gift to MC right now. Good rebound.
Rebound to Hart. She pushes it up the floor. MC with the numbers. And Daly has it blocked. Good rebound by Cunningham. No foul call. There's a foul call.
There it is.
as she's fouled by Paige Jones.
Good physical presence for Nicole this afternoon.
So that is the 7th team foul on Chesapeake. Of course, this is a shooting foul, but from here on out for the rest of the half, MC will be in the 1-and-1. And her first shot is up and good.
I'm seeing some of the flashes of dominance that have made her one of the most highly recruited players coming out of Montgomery County high schools. When she was getting recruited by the likes of Maryland and Duke. At 6'2", she can really dominate a game, and she's skilled. She's showing flashes of that this afternoon.
There's her second, up and good. MC 10 for 12 from the foul line right now, and Chesapeake just 4 for 13.
Wow.
So that's a big reason why MC is just 1 point behind.
That is a huge
Almost
stat.
a steal there from Amy Hart. Boy, just about got it. And
nice
McEllery,
pass from Hoggins.
They're going to call that a jump ball, and that's a good call. As McEllery had all ball. Let's see it.
We've been griping so much, I'll take it. I don't know if McEllery had any ball.
The official had a better look than we did. There's Pegram to inbound it to Simmons. And Pegram somehow ended up on the other side of the court. I don't know how she got there, but she got the bucket.
She's skilled from the baselines.
Boy, she really is.
Man.
She's a talented player. 20 points. She leads all scores. Amy Hart in and out. And here comes Hoggins.
With her head up constantly. Wow.
And Simmons. Kind of a wild-looking shot, but it worked.
There's your 17-point scorer.
Their second leading scorer on the team. 45-30 as they sit in that 3-2-3 zone. Here comes Pegram.
Dangerous spot for MC right now. Good rebound from Kiana.
And they call a foul on Pegram.
Not a smart foul by Ashley Pegram, but I think
No.
she's not in foul trouble right now. So
No, I don't believe there's anybody. Paige Jones has a couple, but other than that, I don't think there's anybody on the Chesapeake team in much danger at the moment.
good rebound by Kiana. Really sort of stole some of that momentum back. Now she's getting to the line.
She is from the Boston area, and she came to Montgomery College because she saw a lot of the games on YouTube and liked what she saw. So even though she lives within a couple of miles of Roxbury, which is a strong junior college basketball program.
Excellent program.
Goes to nationals almost every year. She chose to come to Montgomery College. And very skilled player. And she misses the second, but Kellery snuck in there for the rebound, and it is fouled.
That's another spark for Montgomery College today. Ashley Latter came in and held them in really the first 10 minutes of the game, and McEllery has provided a really, really much needed spark.
Boy, she's cleaned up the boards nicely. And Kiara McEllery, as you can see, she's a freshman from Anne Arundel High School, and she makes her first free throw.
Arundel High School has excellent football over there. There's so many moving parts for Coach Gasquet this year, but it's nice to see players like McEllery and Latter contribute in such a big basketball game.
And three-point game now. There's Hoggins in the corner again to Johnson. That time she missed. She made two in a row, and Simmons stepped on the end line. So 1:10 to go in the first half. Been a good ball game, highly entertaining. I think Montgomery College has fought through some adversity here in the first half.
Yes, they have.
And we get another foul called. This time, this one, gentlemen.
That's the Chesapeake Bay Bridge ref who has called another interesting call.
I don't see the foul. It was off the ball. It was well off the ball.
I call SMH, shake my head.
Well, Simmons just cleared out McEllery, no foul called, right in front of the official in question. She just cleared her out.
I think we might have to send the Raptor. We're going to make the Raptor do our dirty work, Michael.
There's Tillman.
Talk to those striped shirts. I think that went off a green shoe.
And Damon Nichols made the call for the referees, and they changed their call. All right, 22 seconds to go. Looks like Chesapeake will go for the last shot of the half. There's Simmons to Hagen. She drives to, and a charging call.
Yeah, that was a great play. Hoggins keeps doing that, getting into the lane, but she's looking for a cutter quite often like she did here. And I think MC, they knew that was coming.
11.6 seconds to go in the first half.
Great defense.
And Chesapeake sets up for full court pressure.
When Hoggins is driving the lane, you have to get your hands in the passing lanes.
Boy, you sure do. She's very quick with the release. And Daly lost the handle, but Cunningham gets it. And Simmons steps on the line with 4.5 seconds to go. So Montgomery College will have time to set up one last inbounds play.
Hey, crazy things happen in this gym in the last week when there's just a few seconds left.
Well, that's for sure. We saw it happen the other night. Talked about it in the pregame, or we'll talk about it in the pregame, rather. And that is the end of the first half. Our score at the half is Chesapeake 40, Montgomery College 37. And Marcus and I will be right back with a look at the first half stats and how the action went after this quick break.
No matter where you're headed, no matter what your age, you'll find it all here at Montgomery College. Small class sizes, flexible scheduling, over 130 programs of study, award-winning faculty, nationally ranked NJCAA athletics. The possibilities are endless at Montgomery College. Register today.
Raptor comes from a Latin word that refers to a thief, a plunderer, or a seizer. So something that seizes something else. And so that's why birds of prey are called generally raptors, because of that hunting, carnivorous nature.
And welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. We're at halftime where our score, Chesapeake Skipjacks 40, Montgomery College Raptors 37, and Michael Brown alongside Marcus Rosano. Marcus, that was a very interesting first half.
It was interesting. It was very entertaining. It was good for guys like us watching this game. You could see that the competition has now stepped up for Chesapeake, 15-0, and what we talked about earlier was that their schedule did not match MC's schedule, and some say, oh, that's because they're, that's why they're 15-0. Well, no, they're talented. That's why they're 15-0. But you can see that this is a Montgomery College team that is one of the better teams that they've faced all season. Free throw shooting, I guess, is what strikes me as the number one theme for the first half. MC is down 3 because they hit their free throws, and Chesapeake is up 3 because they didn't hit their free throws.
That's right. They definitely have more field goals. And back to your point about the schedules and the strength of the schedule. Keep in mind that Chesapeake, the closest game they've had all year is 8 points.
Yes.
Every other win they have is in double figures. They've had wins of 20, 30, 40 points. So this is the first time, other than the Hartford game where they won by 8, that they have really been challenged. And I think that was one of the things that Tarla Gasquet was sort of hanging her hat on at the beginning of the game, was the fact that they had not played a team of the caliber of Montgomery College.
Well, Montgomery College needs to keep this game 2-3, 2 points throughout the rest of the game. MC's been through these games. You know, they've been through the wars, and they've got 8 losses. And that team is all freshmen, Chesapeake. So what are they going to do if it's a one-possession game with 2 minutes left, on the clock? How are they going to react? Well, I mean, sometimes
they're going to put the ball in the hands of Dominique Hoggins.
And she's going to pass it to her friend Pegram, who can really light up the scoreboard. But they're all freshmen. They haven't been in close games. So MC just has to keep this within striking distance as we get down to about the 5-minute mark in the second half.
Well, it was an interesting sort of an ebb and flow to that first half. It was close early. Then Chesapeake went on a bit of a run. And looked like at one point it felt like the game was in danger of getting out of control with Chesapeake in the lead. But then Ashley Ladder came in off the bench, hit a couple of quick threes, and it just shows you how the three can change the momentum of a game so quickly.
Yeah, Ashley Ladder really, really stepped up with 2 big three-pointers. She hit a few free throws. She provided a spark off the bench that MC really needed. She kept them in the game in the first 10 minutes.
Well, we're looking forward to the second half. We'll be right back with the start of the second half and also a look at the first half stats. But first, we're going to take this break. We'll see you in a few minutes.
No matter where you're headed, no matter what your age, you'll find it all here at Montgomery College. Small class sizes, flexible scheduling, over 130 programs of study, award-winning faculty, nationally ranked NJCAA athletics. The possibilities are endless at Montgomery College. Register today.
One word to describe Montgomery College: awesome.
Interesting.
Fun.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Inspirational.
Spectacular.
Family.
Nice.
Diverse.
Excellent.
Surprising. Perfect.
Opportunity.
Fun.
Great.
Exhausting.
Inspiring.
Flexible. Excellent.
Awesome.
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 It's a bird of prey.
Why a bird?
A raptor is a bird of prey. So that's going to be a bird that is a carnivore that hunts other animals.
Oh, that's awesome.
Some general characteristics of raptors are very sharp hooked beaks in order to tear and eat the meat of their prey, and also very sharp, very strong talons to allow them to capture their prey.
Okay, well, I think that's fierce then. I think that's good.
It's definitely a little bit intimidating, and I feel like we want to intimidate our opponents. And I think it definitely shows a little bit of the spirit of Montgomery College. Because birds of prey are like sort of at the top of the food chain for birds. And hey, I feel like Montgomery College is at the top of the food chain.
Can I do a raptor noise? I would fail. No. I don't know.
That's what the sound would be like. It's a very intimidating sound. Seriously.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's all I got.
In 1946, Montgomery Junior College opened its doors. offering classes in the basement of Bethesda Chevy Chase High School. The college only offered night classes initially, and as a result, the athletics program became known as the Knights. There was a lack of funding for athletics uniforms when the college opened, so the football team's gear consisted of hand-me-downs donated by the Washington Redskins. Frank Rubini, a faculty member known to all as Rube, is credited with organizing the fledgling athletics department, and his football team was a standout in the early years. Led by stars like lineman Ted Lineski, the Knights had back-to-back undefeated seasons in 1953 and 54, and made their first bowl appearance on Thanksgiving Day, 1954. When the Rockville campus opened in 1965, the Knights moved to the new campus, and for the first time, the football team had a home field on campus. The Tacoma Park campus then adopted the nickname Falcons and adopted a blue and gold color scheme. With the opening of the Germantown campus in the 1970s, a third team was born, the Griffins. For years, Montgomery College continued to field teams at all three campuses, cultivating a rich athletic history, including numerous bowl games, state and regional championships, junior college World Series appearances, and countless honors for student athletes. These teams were led by legendary coaches like Phil Martin, Tom Bickey, and Kelly Wakeman. MC has won national championships in golf and tennis, and in 2011, women's soccer beat Monroe to claim the national title. In 2012, the athletic program was consolidated and a one-college approach was adopted. Athletes don't play for a single campus anymore, they play for Montgomery College. The Knights, Griffins, and Falcons may have been succeeded by the Raptors, but their place in Montgomery College sports history is indelible and will always be revered.
I'm Felipe Galazzo. I'm a graphic design student. I've been at MC for 2 years, and now I've transferred to MICA. So I was born in Uruguay, and I've been moving around a lot around the world. Well, I moved to DC about 2 years ago, and I started looking up colleges because I didn't know anything around here, and I think Montgomery College had one of the best graphic design programs and facilities. My graphic design class, Valerie Burkhart, gave it out as an optional assignment, and I thought it'd be an awesome opportunity to. I've always wanted to do a sports-styled illustration, so it was a great opportunity to do that. I weighed the pros and cons of every velociraptors against every type of bird of prey. I discarded the velociraptor because there was already a Raptors basketball team. I weighed the pros and cons of every bird, and I kind of put all the pros together and started sketching from that, trying to get all the positive things into one focused idea, I guess. I guess the aggressiveness and intellect, they're all very smart animals. So I think that's something that can relate to MC students, and they're also very international, I guess, so kind of like the school spirit here at MC. I think everything that I initially wanted to get in there, all the fierceness, the intelligence, the speed, it all got in there, so I'm pretty happy with that. So this design was when I was getting pretty close to the end, the final process. We wanted to have the raptor going down towards its prey, like ready to grab it, pick it up. The tail was pointing down like it's not usual, but it kind of gave it a more fierce, unique look, and that sort of led to this, which was the final sketch, I guess, which it embodies like all the same qualities, and it's just a little bit more refined. It's an honor, really. I hope I can come back in like 10 years and still see it around, and even after that. So.
No matter where you're headed, no matter what your age, you'll find it all here at Montgomery College. Small class sizes, flexible scheduling, over 130 programs of study, award-winning faculty, nationally ranked NJCAA athletics. The possibilities are endless at Montgomery College. Register today.
And welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. We're just about ready to start the second half. Michael Brown alongside Marcus Rosano. And as you can see, Chesapeake is on top by 3 points. Take a quick look at some of our stats from the first half. Leading scorer in the game and for Chesapeake is Ashley Pegram. She's got 20. Leading scorer for Montgomery College, Kiana Daly with 10.
Well, this is sort of uncharted waters, no pun intended, for the Skipjacks. They're up by 3 at halftime, and usually they've been playing 20 and 30-point games. So they're in for a dogfight here. And like you pointed out, Kiana Daly has 10 points at half, and I think they need to create some more shots for Kiana Daly. And again, as always, we always talk about it, is try to work the ball down low to Nicole Cunningham. She's hitting her free throws, and that's one thing that Chesapeake has not been doing.
Ashley Latter with 8 for Montgomery College. Simmons with 5 for Chesapeake. Rebounding, Montgomery College with a 27-23 lead. Kiera McKellery, who did not play all that much in the first half, with 5 rebounds. MC with 10 offensive rebounds. There's a turnover.
Yeah, Megan
Hoggins,
telegraphed that pass.
And that's her first bucket of the game. As foul trouble, Jabria Smith 3, Ashley Latter 3, Saccone 2, Cunningham 2 for Montgomery College. There's shot, no good. Rebounds to Simmons. Let's see if we can set the lineups for both teams as they fly up and down the court. Hoggins throws the ball out of bounds for Chesapeake. It's Paige Jones, 25, Simmons, 21, Hoggins, 3, Pegram, 13, and Kelsey Gould, 20. So their original starters are out there. Montgomery, it's Daly with the ball right there, 24, McKellery, 11, Cunningham, 40, Tillman, 32, and Saccone, 23, as they call it travel. So
MC was really bailed out. I guess you wouldn't say bailed out, but their 3-point shots, 5 of 12 at the half, that really kept them in it along with their foul shooting.
Yeah, they shot almost 50% from 3, plus their foul shooting. 12 of 16 from the line. And Chesapeake, there's a shot up, no good. Daly with the rebound. Chesapeake is only 4 for 13 from the foul line. So we'll look at some of our first half stats, courtesy of our stats man extraordinaire, Evan Brown.
And we don't have Jabria Smith starting today, or in the second half, I should say.
She did pick up the 2 fouls. That may be part of the reason. I'm sorry, she has 3 fouls.
Oh,
so
wow. Yeah, that's the reason. Angelica Saccone has to get in a rhythm as well.
Yeah, we have not seen her. There's McKellery from way outside, and it's short. And Tarla Gasquet does not like what she's seeing in the early going, and she calls a timeout.
A McKellery three-pointer is not what you draw up.
No, just because the shot is there and she was wide open doesn't mean yet.
But nobody came out to guard her,
right?
And for reason, because she's not a shooter.
Right. So there you see the huddle. Tarla Gasquet talking with her troops. Right behind her is Melissa Weithman, her top assistant coach. and an All-American here at Montgomery College. Her second year here, she was the leading scorer in the nation and went on to play at a 4-year school with a full scholarship. Great player and a remarkable story, all those knee injuries. All right, Chesapeake on the attack. There's Simmons on the baseline, puts it up and missed everything. Rebound to Tillman. Montgomery College with Daly at the point and tip ball, and it's going to stay at the Montgomery College end.
They really need a good look this time down the court.
They got to get a nice set play and get Daly or Cunningham, or someone, a good shot.
We're almost 2 minutes in, and they haven't gotten a good look.
And they have not scored. Daly to Tillman, back to Daly, into McEllery. She puts it up short, partially blocked. Here's Pegram. Hoggins, wow, she's fast.
Yes, she is.
44-37 Chesapeake.
And Pegram knew she'd be streaking down the court.
There's Ciccone, no good. McEllery fights for the rebound. Gould comes out with it. Here comes Hoggins. Pushing. Stolen by Ciccone. She gets it ahead to Tillman. She's all by herself, and she gets it. So Montgomery College finally breaks through.
They're running that Chesapeake, they're running that 3-2 defense that you were talking to Coach Nichols about, and it is sort of suffocating from the outside.
Yeah, that was the fear. As Gould shot.
Good defense on that play. I was hoping there wasn't going to be a whistle.
And there's Ciccone, and she's fouled by Gould. That's a
nice
lot
look.
of what we used to see out of Ciccone last year.
You're right. Being in the right space at the right time. She beats everybody down the court. And now you have to make them count from the line.
Angelica Ciccone at the foul line, where she struggles a bit.
Shooter's
roll. Her first one. Joy Watson comes in for Chesapeake. Jabria Smith in for Montgomery College. As Gould takes a seat for Chesapeake and McEllery sits down for MC. And the second shot is good by Ciccone. So she makes them both. Here's Pegram. There's a nice looking jumper. Wow. Boy, that's a 4-year school looking jumper there.
It's hard. You don't want to come out and play her because she'll blow right by, but she backs you down a little bit, creates some space, and then shoots the 20-foot jumper.
And it looked effortless. There's Daly, who has a nice looking shot of her own, but that one's off the back iron. Here comes Chesapeake. Running ahead, there's Simmons. And she got away with that quick step.
Yeah, Simmons likes to go to the hole here, where she's got some nice moves in the paint.
And they call it travel on a very similar type move to what we just saw Simmons make. So turnover, and Montgomery College has got to watch out right here because the lead has stretched out to 7. And there's a bucket by Simmons.
They're letting her have that baseline. Nobody's shutting it off.
And I'm looking at Damon Nichols. He's holding up a green card. That must be signaling some sort of defense. There's Daly, no good, and it'll stay at the Montgomery College end. You see him holding up a green card. It must indicate some sort of play or defense. Cunningham drives. Has it knocked out of her hands, no foul call. Here comes Simmons.
Paige Jones has done a really good job underneath blocking shots.
And they are just beating Montgomery College down the floor at the moment. There's another turnover. Things are getting out of hand here. Here's Hoggins ahead to Simmons. No good. Paige Jones. And again, they beat Montgomery College down the floor. And Carla Gasquet calls a timeout with 15:27 to go in the ball game. And all of a sudden, it is 54-41 Chesapeake.
That was a burst of energy from the Skipjacks. And that last one down the court was a behind-the-back pass from Hoggins.
It was 40-37 at the half, and it is now 54-41.
Wow. And, you know, Simmons got away with the travel, but Paige Jones, when everybody's beating you down in transition, you're going to get those putbacks.
17-1 run.
Wow.
For Chesapeake in the early going here. 40-37 at the half. It's now 54-41. So Montgomery College has got to maintain contact here. They need a bucket.
As you can see, Ashley Ciccone has passion written on the inside of her arm, and it's really going to take some passion to come back in this ball game down 13 points. It really looked at it was 40-37 at halftime, and it just looked like Montgomery College could stick around, but there's just some spurtability that you see in Chesapeake that not a lot of teams have. Athletically, you have that.
Boy, they are an impressive team, and it's no wonder they're 15-0. There's Jabria Smith from 3, and she makes it.
Needed that.
That will help. Stem the bleeding just a tad, but here comes Pegram.
A big shot is an understatement.
And she just attacks the basket.
Yeah. Spin move into the lane.
Just took it all by herself. There was no thought of passing that one. Almost a steal there by Simmons. There's Jabria Smith again and makes her back-to-back threes.
And they're running full court here. I'm not sure you want to do that against Hoggins.
And that time, Jabria Smith did stop the ball. There's Hoggins. There's going to be a foul called.
And they're going to call Jabria for her 4th.
Just after she makes 2 straight threes. And it did look like she got her.
But, you know, Hoggins is not a shooter, so Jabria doesn't have to really get a foul call on that play.
No, because she has not made anything.
You want that young lady taking a 15-foot jumper from the side of the basket. You don't want her in the lane distributing the basketball.
And Hoggins has not made anything outside of a layup from the line or from the field. Of course, I said that, and she made her first foul shot of the game. But she, previous to that, had not even made a foul shot. All right, so Ashley Ladder is in, and there is a foul, and that should be on Joy Watson.
Yeah.
As Watson picks up the foul, knocks
Megan
Tillman down.
Megan got hit pretty good. I hope she's not holding that right knee of hers.
Boy, yeah, she got hit hard.
I think she got in the midsection.
And that's not where you want Nicole Cunningham. There's Ladder from 3, off the back of the iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, comes out of there. Hoggins gets it ahead to Pegram. And she just has great body control.
You're right, that's exactly what I was going to say. Such athletic ability, contortion-wise. She just spun into the basket.
Another steal for Watson. And she missed the bunny, but Pegram isn't going to miss it. As they have stretched the lead to 14, 61-47. Nicole Cunningham up and short, no good. Rebound put up, no good. Cunningham again, no good. Cunningham again. Finally, we get a foul call under there.
I was actually waiting for the proper referee to call that foul underneath, but he didn't again. Shaking my head again.
It is a wonder. As we see Nicole Cunningham at the foul line.
Uh-oh. We've got blood, Michael.
I'm not sure who. Oh, it's Joy Watson. Looks like she took one in the nose. Got her head back Yep, she got a bloody nose. And I'm sure her brother in our truck is not happy about that. So she's being treated by the Montgomery College trainer, Carrie Steele-Loy. There was a lot of action under there. Still don't see where it happened. But there was a lot of activity under the boards there, so could very easily have taken a elbow to the nose. And they're cleaning it up with a little Mr. Clean.
Is that a favorite household product in the Brown house?
Well, I look like the guy on the bottle.
I was just going to set you up for that. I wasn't going to say anything.
You know. All I need is an earring and a white T-shirt.
And a white, yeah, that doesn't pass for dress code on game day, though.
As 24-7 run since the beginning of the half for Chesapeake.
Well, I mean, I know it's not a silver lining, but the Montgomery College Raptors have surpassed what Chesapeake is allowing per game right now with about 13 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game. They've got 47 points, and Chesapeake's given up 46.9.
Well, there's your favorite referee doing the job now on the floor.
He has excellent floor cleaning skills.
As the Raptor is paying us a visit over here. And people love the Raptor, and for good reason. He is an awesome mascot. Without a doubt, the best mascot in Maryland JUCO, hands down, no questions asked. Case closed. Nicole Cunningham to the line. We had a lengthy break there while they cleaned up what was on the floor.
I think MC needed that lengthy break.
And Cunningham misses the first.
That momentum was just charging the Skipjacks way.
Tyler Gasquet called a couple of timeouts to try to stem the tide, but we'll see if maybe a little spilled blood will do the job. Cunningham misses them both, and you got to get those two. As Hoggins drives it down the floor, there's Simmons wide open.
Sitting on the baseline again, whether she's hitting the jump shot there or she's taking it strong into the paint.
Ladder cross-court to Hart. There's Saccone with her favorite baseline move, but it was well defended by Gould.
Yes, it was. They forced her under the basket.
Pegram. Oh, boy. She
has such a nice touch around the basket.
She's got 30 points.
That ball comes out of her
gents.
hand so soft.
And there's Hoggins.
And there's another excellent athlete.
All of a sudden, it is a 20-point Montgomery College deficit. 3-point game at the half. .12:44, here comes McKellery in for Cunningham. Megan Tillman, nope.
To think that this is an entirely new team from the Maryland JUCO championship team from a year ago is unfathomable that they've got all freshmen.
It's stunning. As Pegram finally misses a shot, but of course she was fouled.
And I think that's going to do it for Ashley Ladder. Oh, that's
her
only
fourth.
Okay.
That's her fourth.
So Ashley's going to stick around for a little while longer. Well, the beauty of Maryland JUCO and NJCAA obviously is that games like this, there's no RPI ranking to see if you're going to be in the field of 64, if you would. You're going to get to the Maryland JUCO tournament, and then they're going to have the region tournament. If you win your region, if MC wins Region 20, they go to the Nationals. and they have the talent to win Region 20.
Absolutely, they do.
And
of
Chesapeake's
course,
not going to be in the Region 20 tournament.
No,
obviously.
because the Region 20 tournament is Division III only.
Right.
Chesapeake is a Division II, so they'll be there in a separate regional. Latasha Gross, and she makes a three.
I was watching Latasha Gross shoot earlier today. She's got a nice long-range jump shot.
Well, Tarla Gasquet and I were talking about her the other day. She told me she's very talented. She just needs more game time. So she's going to pick up some minutes today, and maybe that will speed her development. But she says she's very talented. Here's Amy Hart to McKellar. That's just a tough pass for McKellar to handle.
And that's what we've seen Amy do, unfortunately.
As Johnson got away with turning the ball over right in front of your favorite official.
And then it gets to Pegram. Well, I'm thinking if they keep Pegram in the game, that she's going to eclipse that 41-point total against Allegheny this year.
Well, they don't have a very deep bench, so it's not like they can do wholesale substitutions here, even though they're on top by 23 points. As Daly knocks it out of bounds to stop what might have been yet another fast break for Chesapeake.
I think my favorite women's basketball coach, Gino Oriema, could use this tape.
Boy, I'll tell you. Turnovers telling quite a story here. Montgomery College with 23-13 for Chesapeake.
23 turnovers and 8 steals for Chesapeake. They have block shots, they have steals, but again, they're not a big team by any means, but they are, like the coach was saying, they're in your face defensively.
And they are very disciplined.
And they're very athletic. And at this level of women's basketball, athleticism sort of rises to the top above anything else.
Mm-hmm. All right, so there's the the fourth team foul for Chesapeake. Montgomery College will be inbounding it. Gross has the shot blocked. Battle for the rebound. And
they got Kiera McKellar with a hold. I don't know about that.
So Montgomery College showing a little full court pressure here on the inbounds. And she did not get it in. 5-second violation. As number 20, Kelsey Gould, couldn't find anybody open. A lot of time still left in this ball game, but
and we know all about miraculous comebacks.
We sure do. We saw one the other night by Hagerstown against the Montgomery College men, and boy, they are way out in front of everybody. Johnson missed it, but she's fouled by McKellar.
You see, Hoggins could have taken that for the layup, but when you're leading the Maryland JUCO ranks in assists at 10. You want to pad that statistic, not your own scoring statistic.
Yep. And as we've seen, Hoggins, very unselfish player. Very unselfish. Outstanding point guard. As Aaron Johnson misses the first foul shot. Waldorf, Maryland. Freshman. Second up, no good. Long rebound to Daly, and she pushes it up the floor for Montgomery College. Into McKellar, puts it up, no good. Rebound to Johnson, taken away by Amy Hart to Ciccone for the bucket.
Even though it's a 21-point game, Michael, I still think there are some positives that Coach Gasquet is going to be able to take out of this.
And they call a charging foul on, Johnson slammed the ball down. That could have easily, and I think should have been, a technical foul.
That was actually good defense. I'm not sure I would have called the charge, but she made a smart play because I think Johnson was out of control, and McKellar just came up and stood in her way.
And Johnson slammed the ball to the court. It went up quite a ways in the air and was not called. Normally you would see that called. They want to keep control of those things. Gross misses, needs to follow that 3.
The whistles have been, dare I say, unpredictable today.
Little pressure, little three-quarter court pressure by Montgomery College. There's Pegram. No good. Rebound to Daly.
But we can complain about the referees as long as we want, but there is no answer to Pegram, and there's no answer to the distributing abilities of Hoggins.
There's Daly, no good. And off Gross, and it'll be Chesapeake's ball.
And MC is not putting the ball in the basket.
No, they're not. The shooting, they're struggling from the field again, and that has been a season-long problem for the Raptors. As Pegram makes the shot.
And Pegram is down, and I think she should come out of the game, but I don't coach Chesapeake.
Montgomery College on the season shooting 37% from the field, 43% for Chesapeake.
Ashley Pegram up 23, 9.5 left. If MC starts to make a run, maybe you put her back in. But if you're going to go far in Maryland JUCO and in your own region tournament as well as nationals, the best player in the court should, you should try to not risk that injury.
Rainey Hart.
Again, I don't think we answered the point guard problem, Michael.
No, I don't believe so. There's Ciccone cleaning it up, and it's good. So she'll go to the line with an opportunity for a three-point play. 75-54. Now, one of the interesting things we see as the Raptors have scored 54 points is that Damon Jones, the head coach of Chesapeake, told me that he has a team rule that they do not give up more than 50 points in a game.
Yes.
And when they do,
those that have played high school basketball or junior high basketball at any level know what suicides are. And to this day, I shudder at the thought of doing suicides. So every point that they allow over 50, he makes them run a suicide. I am just jaw-dropped by that because if they give up 65 or 70, I guess that's a lot of in-shape young ladies.
Yeah. Well, he does have a lean-looking team over there.
They are,
but there haven't been that many games where they've allowed more than 50 points.
And they are fast.
Very fast.
They do look like they're in shape. Maybe he's on to something. So the game is never over with his team, if you want to look at it that way.
That's true, and I think that's the point. And Hoggins will go to the line after the foul on Hart.
Hoggins really needs to shore up her foul shooting because she's so talented with the ball. She can get into the lane and get hacked anytime she wants.
Oh, she's been at the line a lot today.
And, anytime she wants to get the ball amongst the trees, she can, whether it be to take a foul or to distribute the basketball.
She's made 4 or 5 trips to the line today. Okay, into Coleman. And they call another travel. So yet another turnover for Montgomery College. Unforced error, as they say. 24 turnovers for the Raptors versus 15 for Chesapeake. Not exactly a clean game for Chesapeake either, as that's approaching, if not above their average. They're only averaging 10 turnovers a game, so they've turned it over a few more times than normal. This shot, there's Ciccone.
Angelica's played a strong game in the second half, doing the things that Angelica Ciccone has always done.
And Simmons.
But there's no excuse for lack of transition defense, and that's exactly what just happened.
Well, that has been the Achilles heel today for the Raptors, has been the transition defense. There's Ciccone again. So that's one girl that has not given up, that's for sure.
They got beat down the floor again by the Skipjacks. I mean, I understand, but everybody crashing the boards, but you have to sprint back. And if you don't sprint back, the other team is.
Well, that is what we've seen all game, is that Chesapeake is just, they're lightning quick down the court. Pegram is not running well, and that little leg injury she seemed to suffer earlier. She's got 36 points, by the way. Seems to be hampering her. Not moving quite as fluidly as she did earlier, but look at her, she's bringing the ball up the court. And they are now slowing it down just a little bit. Out to Hagen. Five seconds on the shot clock. There's Pegram. No good. Nicole Cunningham with the rebound. Pegram is definitely not running well.
No, she's not.
I'm not sure why he's keeping her in there.
And Coach Nichols just yelled at her to get up the court.
She has definitely got a knee or a calf issue going on right now.
And I think he's going to sub her in.
Her legs just could be tired from running the court so hard all day.
And she's going to go down and see our trainer.
It looks like it. She's grabbing the knee, and we don't want to see anybody get hurt. So let's hope there's nothing serious here.
And she's about as skilled a player as we've seen all year.
Yeah, I would have to put her right up there in the top 2 or 3 players that we've seen all year for men's or women's teams. 36 points, 6 rebounds. Wow. That's an all-Maryland JUCO player right there. That's probably an NJCAA All-American player.
We just saw Hagerstown's Victor Blakey Jr. explode for 38 points the other night against Montgomery College.
Angelica Ciccone again. So she's on a nice little roll here.
Wow, nice pass. Hawkins could see that one coming. Head always up.
Head always up, and Daria Simmons, the happy recipient.
And Daria Simmons sticks to her spot right on the left side baseline.
Very disciplined. There's Ciccone again. She's
gets
fouled,
the ball.
No call. And there's the putback. As Montgomery College matching them basket for basket now, but the problem was the run at the beginning of the half. There's Hawkins.
Now with Pegram, the star, out of the game, Hawkins said, "Okay, I want to play in this show right now."
And I don't see Pegram at the moment, as we have a timeout on the floor. Our score 85-63, Chesapeake on top. And what do you say if you're Tarla Gasquet right now? What do you say to your team?
Wow, that's a tough question. Don't give up. It's a 22-point game. But you have a reputation right now in the state of Maryland as being one of the top programs. And when you're down 85-63, the way you keep that reputation up, whether you get beat by 20, 30, or you win, is playing hard. And one thing that the Montgomery College team has done under Coach Tarla Gasquet is play hard, play discipline, and never give up. So all you can do right now is play hard, hit the ground on loose balls, take smart shots, don't really change up anything, but just don't give up. Don't hang your head, and then you're going to remind everybody that, yeah, you may have got us today, but we're still Montgomery College, and we play Montgomery College basketball.
Well, one of those Raptors who is indeed playing hard today is Angelica Ciccone. She's got 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists.
And she was quiet in the first half.
Yeah, she's really come on strong here in the second half, which is good to see. It's a good sign. She's sort of been out of the flow of the offense lately, so that's a real good sign.
Are you a big Blurred Lines Robin Thicke fan, Michael?
No, because I'm in the Marvin Gaye camp.
Okay.
I'm old enough to remember Marvin Gaye.
I am too.
Ciccone battling. There's Tillman. Up. No good. Battle, battle, battle. Ciccone again. She's fouled hard by Paige Jones.
Well, that's exactly what you want to do, is just go after every single ball.
Boy, she's relentless down there. McEllery fouled hard. Good look there from our ace camera guy, Corey Wallace.
And in games like this is where effort really shows up.
Yeah, because, you know, it's not looking good for Montgomery College. Let's be very honest here. It's 85-64, 5.5 minutes to go in the game. You know, the natural tendency might be to relax a little bit, but I'm glad to see that the Raptors are not.
And
it's not in their blood.
Nope, it's not in their blood to pack it in.
And there's that Watson again with the rebound. Telling you, she's making her brother proud. He's sitting back there in our production truck, beaming like he often does. Jabria Smith, there's Ciccone again. What effort, I'll tell you. She is, he's a tough customer, that Angelica Ciccone. Man, she just got leveled. No foul called. I think your favorite referee was on that side again.
Old Chesapeake Charlie. I don't even know if his name is Charlie. Well, we have John Watson on audio. He can cut that out, right?
Oh, yeah, he'll take it out. Number 15 at the line, Natisha Riley. So we see Pegram back on the bench. She's got her right leg fully extended. No ice on it. So hopefully it's not a serious injury. There's Cunningham all the way.
Wow. That's a 6'2" player dribbling the length of the floor.
Boy, I haven't seen that this year out of her. And there is Riley. Wow. Even the substitutes are making big contributions for Chesapeake.
Riley's averaging 5 points a game.
Nice feed and foul on Watson.
You're right. Nice pass from Kiana Daly. Again, Angelica is putting herself in the right position with her hustle. When you get back up, get back to the other end of the floor, you're going to get rewarded.
Boy, you hit that patch about 3 minutes gone in the second half till about 11 minutes left in the second half, where Chesapeake just kind of blew the doors off MC, and they were beating them down the court with regularity.
And when you turn the ball over against a team that is that fast, is that good in transition, has that good of a leader and a point guard, and that has that good of a scorer in Pegram, and Pegram ran her point tally up like crazy during that run.
4:34 to go in the game. Ciccone with 20 points now. So she leads all Montgomery College scorers.
And McEllery's been great on the defensive and offensive side of the glass.
She's added a lot on the boards today. And that's her role. Her role is defense and rebounding. Talking to Tarla Gasquay the other day, she said, some of my players, she actually had a meeting where they redefined their roles because she felt like some of the players, even though their roles were certain things, they were trying to do a little bit too much, and it was putting too much pressure on them. And because they were trying to do things that were maybe outside of their role set. So Natisha Riley hit the deck pretty hard. 88-68, 4:20 to go in the ball game. Chesapeake looks like they will remain undefeated. Almost a steal by McEllery. Yeah. And a block shot for Nicole Coleman. Cunningham. And Eric, nice block.
Yep, that is Nicole Cunningham.
Loose ball. And they call a foul on Hoggins, who pushed Saccone as she was chasing the ball, as they were both chasing the ball.
20-point game, 4 minutes left. It's a tough spot for Coach Gasquet, but there's just some things that I'm sure she's looking for.
Cunningham, no good. There's Saccone. She's fouled, no foul called.
You know, Michael, in the games that we've done the last 2 nights here against Hagerstown and here against Chesapeake, one of the things that has just become apparent is they're not hitting shots, the Raptors. I know that sounds so elementary when you're talking basketball. Well, to score a point, you put the ball in the bucket. But they're not hitting their shots. Whether it be Jabria hit a couple of threes. Angelica's filling it up in the second half, but there's some short range or some chippies that they're missing. There's some inside. They're not finishing underneath the basket, and that's been one of the themes that I've seen the last couple of days.
Yep, that has been a problem all season long for this team. When you look at the individual shooting percentages as a team, 37% from the field, 33% from three. That's not up to their usual standards. His shot, battle for the rebound, and who's on the floor? Angelica Saccone. Co-captain.
Angelica has the energy that looks like she's run a couple of suicides this year.
Boy, that's for sure. Hoggins turns it over. Come on.
No, she didn't. We didn't get the call. My referee didn't call that.
No, it was right in front of him. I mean, the ball was 5 feet over her head. And Saccone whacked hard there.
Maybe that's a legal play in Easton or Chester or Centerville. But it's not illegal. That's not a legal dribble in Rockville.
And Saccone makes the first. 3:26 to go. Both teams in the double bonus. And second one no good. And that ball will go over to Chesapeake. As Aaron Johnson comes back in for Chesapeake. Number 15, Natisha Riley checks out. Looks like Pegram is not going to come back in at this point.
No way you bring Pegram in.
Got a timeout on the floor.
Pegram should be headed to the locker room
to get
her starters on.
Yeah. Put some ice on whatever it is with that leg. We have not gotten word what it is, but it was somewhere in the knee, calf area. Pegram, you know, you were talking about the reach of Damon Nichols' recruiting. She comes from Richmond,
Virginia.
I asked him, I said, how'd you get her up there? And he said, you know, they've heard of me. They've heard of the reputation of the program.
I mean, that's something that he has to be one heck of a salesman, because you're calling a coach. You're saying, hey, I'm the coach of Chesapeake, and the guy is going to say, where is that? He says, I'm in Maryland. And you have to sell your program. You have to sell yourself as a coach. And, I mean, I give him all the credit in the world to grab a player that good from Richmond.
Man.
You're telling me there's not a couple of schools down in Virginia that wouldn't want Ashley Pegram on their team? Wow.
Hoggins just beats everybody down the floor. Boy, we've seen a lot of that today. A battle on the floor. A lot of bodies on the floor, and there's a whistle. And I'm not sure what that was all about.
Now, do you think if if Coach Nichols, if his skipjacks go over 100, every point you go over 100, do you take a suicide away?
I don't know.
I think he should institute that rule.
They are nearing 100 as Joy Watson checks out. She was on the floor for quite some time. Ashley Pegram is back in.
Well, he knows his players. We don't.
Yep, he's the coach. We're just over here second-guessing him.
I think that's the theme of this broadcast, Mr. Brown.
And
he must have got the thumbs up from the trainer to
put her back out there.
Put her back out there.
There she is. She's moving. Dribbled it off her foot. That's one of the few mistakes she's made all day. And she's diving after the loose ball. Boy, that's Ashley Ladder missed a long three.
She thought that was going down, too.
Yeah.
It came right back at her. Well, I think the century mark is safe.
Yeah, I'd say so. There's Ashley Ladder from three. No good. Battle for the rebound. Johnson comes out with it, and there's a push-off. As Johnson pushed off.
Wow, I think we're getting...
and Megan Tillman hit the deck.
They got Johnson on that.
Yeah.
I think Megan actually tried to foul her on purpose. Unpredictable.
And
whistles.
Megan Tillman is moving quite gingerly on that right leg. She's had 2 knee surgeries on that right knee, and of course last year hurt that knee right before nationals, and that was a big factor when Montgomery College went to nationals last year. Boy, did they miss her.
She's from right here in Rockville.
Great kid. Couldn't ask for a nicer person, and a great ball player. But she's battled a lot of injuries. This year it was groin, and as you know, a groin problem can take a long time to heal. And she's had a tough time staying 100%. Boy, she's hurting. And Daly up no good. Cunningham battling. And boy, elbows are flying, and somebody caught one. I'm not sure who it is.
Yeah, Megan's still pushing off, not too well off that right leg. But you know, she plays so hard. She's always hitting the deck, going after loose balls.
Yeah,
drawing charges.
And Nicole Cunningham, very physical under there. Foul was called on Johnson, and you see a discussion going on between Nichols and the official I'm assuming over that foul call, because everything else has gone Chesapeake's way today. So I'm assuming it's that one particular foul call, as Cunningham was clearing space. And part of that space was occupied by Aaron Johnson.
Maybe he's not liking the fact that it's getting a little rough.
Well, that could be also.
And, you know, it's a 20-point game, and I understand where he's going.
I do, too.
We've seen it before. We've seen it in this gym with other teams. But things happen where it's a 20-point game or a 30-point game, and elbows start flying.
Megan Tillman just left the court and is not looking good over there. She looks like she's hurting. Cunningham up, and she's fouled. Minute 38 to go in the game. Chesapeake comfortably in front, 90-70.
It's hard to believe this was a 40-37 game at halftime.
It is. As I can do this kind of math.
Yeah, so
Chesapeake has scored 50 points in the second half.
And there's still a minute 38 left.
Yep.
And we've got another one to do.
Yes, we do. We got the nightcap of our doubleheader. The Montgomery College men will be taking on the Chesapeake men. And that's going to be an intriguing matchup.
And we have to make sure that our cameraman, Ed, over here doesn't escape and go watch his Seattle Seahawks.
Yes, he is a Seahawks fan.
Someone locked that man down.
Yep, he's transplanted. I'm not sure how he got to be a Seattle fan. Maybe we'll interview Ed at halftime of the men's game to find out.
He looks like he could be a Zorny fan.
Could be. He could have been a charter member of the Jim Zorn fan club.
He looks like a Zorny.
Or perhaps Steve Largent.
No, I'm thinking he's a Zorny.
So, in other words, when Jim Zorn was ushered out the door by little Danny Snyder, there was big tears from the Ed Clark family?
Yeah, I think he was at the airport with flowers.
Gosh. So, Simmons at the line. She's had a big game. Boy, she's one of those players in the right place at the right time a lot.
Mm-hmm. You know, and that's the thing, Michael. You have Pegram and you have Hoggins, and you can be at the right place at the right time because those two players create the right space. When you're sitting on the baseline and you have everybody kind of concentrating on Pegram or everybody concentrating on Hoggins, and she kept dishing the ball to her on the baseline, and that's where she should be.
Yep.
And she converted too.
Yep. It's a very disciplined Chesapeake team. Very disciplined.
And that's one thing the coach told you, that he's not afraid to use discipline. And why should he? You're the head coach of a junior college basketball team. Discipline should be a part of your coaching repertoire.
No, he said his players crave it. And they need it.
I think more players at this level should crave it.
As Ashley Pegram, another nice little teardrop. And they battle Daly and number 15, Riley, battle right in front of the scorer's table.
Still getting physical, 33.8 seconds, and bodies are still hitting the floor.
Well, and this is when you do have to kind of watch out for a little over-exuberance on the floor because you don't want to see anybody get hurt at garbage time, and that's where we are right now. We're in garbage time.
We almost lost Ed Clark on that one.
Well, we don't want Ed getting hurt. He's got another game to do. And Pegram's still in there. I'm impressed.
I'm holding my opinion.
Well, he does have a short bench.
He does. You're
and
right.
I think that's part of the reason. And
Hoggins is not playing.
And Watson is over on the trainer's bench.
And she just hit the ground very hard, and this is exactly what we're talking about. Yeah. Your best player, your franchise, if you would, just had a terrible collision here.
Ooh, that's dangerous looking. It's great shot there by Lisa Clark. She had that one all the way. And I think we've seen more bodies hit the floor in the last last couple of minutes than we have the entire game. It's getting very physical out there.
They're playing it out. It is a big football Saturday, big football weekend.
Yep. As the NFL getting ready to kick off one of their best days of the season. But we've got another game here, folks, after this one. And it's going to be an interesting matchup between a couple of teams that have something to prove.
I could have called that lane violation, and I'm no referee. Ashley's showing up in the box scores for all kinds of reasons today. But you got to hand it to her. Because of her, MC literally kept in the first half.
Yeah, Yeah.
That first 10 minutes could have gotten a little scary. She comes off the bench, and it's almost like Coach Gasquet says, I'm going to pull out my secret weapon.
And here we are, the end of the ball game, as Pegram doing a little high step in there. And that is the end of the ball game. Our final score, Chesapeake remains undefeated. They now move to 16-0 as they knock off the Montgomery College Raptors 95-75. Marcus and I will be right back with some final thoughts after this quick break.
One word to describe Montgomery College: awesome.
Interesting.
Fun.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Inspirational. Spectacular.
Family.
Nice.
Diverse.
Excellent.
Surprising. Perfect.
Opportunity. Fun. Great.
Exhausting.
Inspiring.
Flexible.
Excellent.
Awesome.
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 No matter where you're headed, no matter what your age, you'll find it all here at Montgomery College. Small class sizes, flexible scheduling, over 130 programs of study, award-winning faculty, nationally ranked NJCAA athletics. The possibilities are endless at Montgomery College. Register today.
And welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College, where, as you can see on our screen, the final score, Chesapeake College 95, Montgomery College 75. Marcus, it was all Chesapeake in the second half, 40-37, Chesapeake on top at the end of the first half, and there's your final.
Well, it's a 20-point game, and it was a 3-point game, like you said, at halftime, but it almost felt like there was a 10-minute, maybe even 8-minute period in the second half that the wheels fell off for MC, and then the athleticism and the speed took over for Chesapeake, and they went on a big run and really blew this game wide open. And MC isn't consistent enough from the perimeter, and they're not knocking down shots this year to climb back into the game, as we saw. But again, you didn't have an answer for Ashley Pegram, who had, if I'm not mistaken, 36 points, 38 points. We have our stat man here, Evan Brown. But she's the best player on the court, and that was proven today, and there was really no answer for her. When they needed a basket, they went to Pegram.
And along with Dominique Hoggins and also Daria Simmons, that's a tough threesome. That's probably the three best players that Montgomery College has had to face all season long.
That is an excellent trio, and they're all freshmen. So then you have to give some credit to Damon Nichols, the coach of Chesapeake, to go and get these three fantastic basketball players and bring them to Chesapeake. So kudos to him.
And coach them up. Again, 40-37 Chesapeake ahead at the half. They outscored Montgomery College 55-38 in the second half. Chesapeake hits 50% from the field, 40 for 80. Montgomery College, I can't do this math. I don't have enough fingers and toes.
Montgomery College,
22 for 89.
22 for 89 from the field, and that is pretty much been a theme all season. They're not making shots when the shots count. Angelica Saccone had a great second half. Most of that was through effort, and because that's what Angelica Saccone does. And she filled up the box score in the second half, made it respectable, kept it a 20-point game, because quite frankly, without Angelica Saccone in the second half, this would have been a 35-point game.
A couple of other stats that just jump right out at you. Blocks. 13 blocks for Chesapeake to 1.
And Chesapeake, if you watch this game, they're not a big team. They have one player, Paige Jones, who was 6 foot tall, but they're very active, they're very long, they're very lean, and they're athletic. And we talked about that. The athleticism was so apparent on this court today.
All right, just one other stat. Steals 10-4 for Chesapeake. Again, our top scorers, Pegram, 38 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Simmons, 19 points for Chesapeake. For Montgomery College, Saccone, 21, Daly, 10. Now, don't go anywhere, because the second game of our basketball doubleheader will be coming up in just a few moments. Once again, the Montgomery College men will be taking on the men from Chesapeake College. But again, the final score of our first game, the Montgomery College Raptors going down to a 95-75 defeat at the hands of Chesapeake College. Again, we'll be right back in a few moments with Game 2. Please stick with us for more Montgomery College basketball.
Categories of birds that are considered raptors would be the eagles, falcons, and hawks. The more specific examples would be the peregrine falcon, which literally catches songbirds in midair and then carries them to cliff sites in order to feed on them. You have bald eagle, of course, which is known for harassing other birds of prey and stealing their catch, sometimes in midair. You get the golden eagle, which is common out west, becoming more common as all of these birds of prey are making a comeback in the United States as we move farther and farther away from the use of DDT that was really hurting these populations. So we're seeing huge comebacks in many of the birds of prey in our area.